everybody, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to share with you guys a pretty cool little piece of Masters of the Universe trivia, which maybe a lot of you might not know. It's regarding the Masters of the Universe sequel, Masters of the Universe 2, that we never got. In the 80s, Canon Films had a lot of projects on the go, but most noteworthy was Superman 4: The Quest for Peace and Masters of the Universe. During this time, Canon was in trouble. Project budgets were slashed left and right due to poor numbers at the box office, expensive deals to gain movie rights, and a bunch of other stuff. With cash flow problems and flops at the box office, projects like Superman 4, whose budget was originally set at $36 million, was cut to just $17 million.
You know you're a workaholic. Why don't you stop and smell the roses, huh?
When working on the set of Masters of the Universe, and with the uncertainty of crew paychecks, crew actually worried they wouldn't get paid.
Every day was a crisis of some kind.
Crew was all going to walk, and I had to get them all together and say, you're here, let's finish the day.
It seemed like the project couldn't catch a break, with hints of disapproval from Mattel, who strongly recommended dubbing over Dolph Lundgren's voice.
I listened to Dolph Lundgren's voice, and I just about had a heart attack.
Now, why are you so important to Skeletor?
Finally got it to where it wasn't too bad. And I said, it's okay if He-Man has a little bit of an accent, but you got to be able to understand him.
Right.
You can even get a glimpse of the chaos and stress involved with this movie during the final battle scene.
They shut me down on the set in the middle of the battle. And I mean, literally with someone picking up a card and putting it in front of the camera and saying, you're done.
With no end to the movie, they filmed up to the point of the clash of two swords. Then the director said to fade the scene to darkness. Then, with the set completely shut down, the director kept He-Man and Skeletor behind to shoot their battle scene. But there was still no ending to the movie. However, crew came back months later, and they allowed the director just one day on set to finish the movie.
Victory.
Canon predicted this film would turn the studio's luck around, and this would be a moneymaker. They even announced at a film festival that Masters of the Universe 2 was in production, and they also planned for a third installment. Lundgren was very unhappy with this movie and said in a 1989 interview that playing He-Man was his lowest point as an actor and that it was a kid's movie, and he also refused to reprise his role as He-Man in a sequel and took the lead role in Red Scorpion instead.
We'll have a band-aid.
During this time, Canon was in the process of paying off the rights to make a Superman sequel, a Spider-Man movie, and the Masters of the Universe sequel. Canon then decided to hire surfer and model Laird Hamilton as He-Man. Masters of the Universe 2 as well as Spider-Man both had a director, Albert Pyong, or Piang, I don't know how to pronounce it, known for his low-budget B-rated and direct-to-video action films, and planned to direct these two movies simultaneously. Sets were made, costumes were put together, and production had started on the movies. They were ready to film. Then Masters of the Universe hit theaters. With a budget of $22 million and grossing only $17 million at the box office, it was a flop. After a few bounce checks regarding the licensing fees from Marvel and Mattel for Spider-Man and Masters of the Universe 2, the project was abandoned. It was also rumored that Mattel may have even withdrawn the rights to a Masters of the Universe sequel after seeing the script, storyboards, and the low budget for the film. The sequel had a budget of just $4.5 million when compared to the original Masters of the Universe with a budget of $22 million. It's said that in the Masters of the Universe 2, we would see He-Man return to Earth disguised as a football quarterback, while Skeletor disguises himself as an evil high-up businessman. Canon, being $2 million into costumes and sets, didn't want their investments to go to waste, and within a time frame of only just a single weekend, the project Slinger, later retitled Cyborg, was made by director Pyong. This new movie would incorporate many of the costumes and landscapes from the abandoned Masters of the Universe 2 and Spider-Man projects, turning them into a post-apocalyptic fantasy where a mercenary is tasked with escorting a cyborg to a research facility who may hold the cure for a deadly virus plaguing the world.
Say goodbye, my friend.
Since the script was written in only a few days, the director actually named the characters after guitars and amplifiers in haste. The protagonist, played by Jean-Claude Van Damme, was named Gibson Rickenbacker, and his enemy was Fender Tremolo. Cyborg was made in just 23 days with a budget of $500,000 and grossed approximately $10 million at the box office. Another interesting side note is Jackson Pinckney, an actor who played one of the pirate henchmen to villain Fender Tremolo, was injured on set during a fight scene with hero Jean-Claude Van Damme and his knife.
And I felt an impact with my knife on something, and I didn't know what was that something. And it's an accident. I never meant to hurt anybody.
After eye surgery, the actor still lost sight in his eye and won a lawsuit against Van Damme for $485,000. So did we miss out on a great Spider-Man adaptation by Canon Films? And did we also miss out on a potentially awesome sequel with He-Man disguised as a quarterback and Skeletor as an evil businessman? You decide. Leave me your thoughts on the scrapped Spider-Man and Masters of the Universe sequel in the comments down below. So please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I come with new videos every Wednesday and Saturday, unless if I get invited for Chinese food. So thank you guys so much for watching and stay legendary.